Hi guys, and welcome to Life in the Peloton. I'm Mitch Stocker, and we've made it to the first rest day. It's the second week of the Vuelta, and we've got our second instalment of Logan Owen, freshman on the Grand Tour. If you haven't checked out the first episode, go back and listen to it. I released it last week, and you can hear Logan's insights before he even starts the Grand Tour, and then his feelings after the first couple of stages. Before we jump in, I want to say thanks to everyone who's gone out there and bought some merchandise. It's really helping. All the proceeds are going back into the podcast, and it's helping us produce a better podcast for you guys to have a listen. If you haven't bought something, make sure you go out and check the store. It's at lifeinthepeloton.com, and just click on the side there and check out the store, our Etsy store, and get some of that merch, and make sure you post it up on the web so we can see what everyone's looking like in the sweet new merch. I want to also mention we're proud members of the Wide Angle Podium Network, which is an awesome collection of all cycling podcasts in one place. So if you haven't gone over and checked them out before, check them out at wideanglepodium.com and check out some of their other podcasts, but also make sure you listen to our one too. Well guys, without further ado, I bring you the next episode, Logan Owen, freshman on tour. All right, quick check-in after stage 6 was... Stage 6 was always going to be a tough day anyway. Uphill start, category 2, then into a category 3, then just lumpy all day with a couple of category 3s at the finish. It was just going to be a tough day for guys like you and me. And it started off tough. Run me through the beginning of the race before we get to what actually happened in the day.
Yeah. Like what happened before the climbs?
Yeah, well, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I was a little worried.
What was your role today?
Both you and I, our role was to keep the attacks moving into the climb, all 5K of it. So
and that's like pretty much going against anything that we ever want to do.
Exactly.
It's like going against your instincts. It's like something's hot, don't touch it. It's like, I want you to touch that hot plate today, Mitch.
Yeah.
You're like, but why? I'm like, well, because we want it. So that was like what we had to do today was like, we want the breakaway to go before the climb.
Yeah.
And the team's like, let's keep it open so we can race on the climb. And we're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. It definitely hurt me to do what I was doing because I was like, oh, this is just going to keep hurting. So, yeah.
And then we hit the climb, and of course the race exploded. And we were in a group just sort of trucking along. How was that?
Yeah, it was good actually. We were riding hard, but it wasn't anything I don't think both of us couldn't handle. We were digging deep, but we were just doing it.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
I was on the limit of just handling it.
Yeah, we were. I don't know. It was good, and then we were rolling together. Had a good group going. Then we chased for 70K or something.
First experience of an early gruppetto, chasing back on. How was that?
It was actually fun. It kind of reminded me of doing group rides back home where we just do through and off all day. And I was like, oh, it's just a through and off just with a bunch of World Tour guys.
Yeah.
In Spain.
It reminded me of a handicap because we got in Australia we race these handicap races, and it reminded me we got the call. You're 4 minutes down. You got to catch him. You're like, oh, scratch bunch is coming. Watch out. Anyway, we got on, and then just as we sort of got back onto the peloton, there was a massive crash on this descent, and you'd actually scooted forward to get back with the boys. I was just taking 5 minutes breather at the back.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Yeah, there was we were coming in real hot to this pretty steep downhill, big sweeper 180 kind of cut back on itself, and I don't think I actually wasn't quite up to the guys yet, which maybe it was for the better that I wasn't with the guys because they ended up really fucked up. Can I say that?
You've said it now.
It's there. Yeah. I think, who was it? Somebody from Lotto Jumbo, I think it was maybe Tony Martin, apparently flipped over the bars as he was trying to slam on his brakes too hard into the turn because he realized it was a little bit too sharp for him. And then created a huge wave across to the outside. And who went down? Hugh went down. Rigo went down. Serge went down. I went down. And a bunch of... I got up and there was like 30 guys on the ground.
Yeah,
it was
there was
chaos.
a lot of guys.
Chaos. People were yelling, screaming, just like in pain. And the first thing I noticed was... when I was crashing, when I realized that I was going to crash, which was, I had a good 5 seconds to kind of think about, or not 5 seconds, but it
feels like 5 seconds.
It felt like 5 seconds in my head. I was like, well, I can either go straight and go off the other side of this cliff and most likely do some serious damage, or dive into the crash. And from my perspective, I was just like, fuck it, I'm diving into this crash and saving myself, and just took it. And the one thing I noticed when I first got up is there was these rock pillars which saved us all from sliding off the edge of the cliff, which was really nice to have. And somebody hit the rock pillar. They were like sharp-edged square pillars, and somebody hit it so hard that he like chipped off the corner of one of the rocks. Yeah, it was crazy. I like it, and for some reason it was right in front of me. Like I got up and that was the first thing I noticed. It was like somebody just hit that so hard that they ripped off the corner of it.
What happened to that guy?
Maybe it was his bike or maybe it was him. I don't really. And then I kind of like I got up and I looked over the edge of the cliff to like understand how lucky we were. Because I don't know why I did. I looked over and I was like, oh man, that could have been way worse than it was. So I think we're all really lucky that we came away with what we came away with, and I'm very lucky. I only got stitches and that's it really. So it was, for me it was okay, but the other guys didn't fare so well. Two broken collarbones and like a broken shoulder for Rigo. So yeah, it was a tough day, and definitely a hard one to swallow for the rest of the guys. We've been working hard to get a good GC placement for Rigo, but yeah, we just gotta stay motivated and keep pushing.
And your day then went straight back out the back. So we fought to get back on. You get back on, and I was just cruising along the peloton at that point. I sprinted back to the peloton after that crash and was like, yep, I'm back in the bunch, just cruising along. And I was like, where's Logan? And I heard on the radio, yep, he's back out the back, chasing.
Yeah, at first, like, my leg really hurt, and it was hard to pedal at first, and it took me a while to really actually be able to start using my right leg, but I wasn't even, throughout the leg, I wasn't able to, like, really push, so I was just getting passed by cars, and I was barely moving, and yeah, I ended up getting caught by the group that had been chasing us all day.
Yeah.
With Gaviria and Jakobsen and those guys. So at first I was like, yeah, I should probably hop into this group. Maybe like nobody's gonna bring me back. I should just keep riding. And so I like really went deep to hold their wheel because I was basically using one leg at that point. And then I got a little bit used to pedaling again. Then it was kind of just like suffering again all day, but at a slower pace and just fighting to stay in that group. So yeah, it was tough. And then I flatted later. Didn't have a team car there because they were up helping people that were actually going to do something for the day. So then it
because we also, to interrupt, we also had a guy on the brake, TJ.
Yeah. So
one of our cars was the whole day in the front, and the other car was trying to attend to guys out the back in the crash, guys who were in the race in the peloton. So yeah, go back to what you're saying. Sorry.
Yeah. And then I flatted and We didn't have the car because they were doing the other important things, and it took me like 2 minutes to find some team car that would give me a wheel. Like at first, nobody wanted to give me a wheel, and they're just like looking at me, and I'm like, I'm pointing at my wheel, like trying to get them to understand that I need one, and then they're like, oh yeah, we don't have Shimano, so see ya. And
it's harder now too with disc brakes too, because not every team has a disc brake.
No, it is, and it has to be Shimano. It's like I talked to Trek at first, and they were actually very motivated to help me, and they're like, oh, but we can't. We only have SRAM, so sorry. And I was like, can you like get on the radio and like say, hey, this guy needs a Shimano wheel or something?
There was no Shimano spare behind you?
No, it was just some team cars and a medic car.
So it could have been disastrous.
It could have been bad. I was actually really worried for a second. I was like, just another thing I need to fucking worry about. Like, really? Right now? And, yeah. But it ended up working out. Sunweb hooked me up and, yeah, got going again.
And you got in safe. So pretty much we're at stage 6. And we've lost 2 guys today. And TJ Van Garderen actually crashed also. So it wasn't a great day for us. But on the flip side, our 2 little Colombians got in safe. Danny Martinez and Serge.
Good old Serge.
So we're looking all right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we got some stuff to turn it around. Serge can maybe go for the... Serge and Danny can both go for the best young rider and get some stages. We also can get out there and we can help them, and we can also maybe get into a couple breakaways here and there. See what can happen. But definitely got to keep fighting.
Exactly. Well,
turn it around.
We'll chat after Andorra.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate. All right, so here we are. We've made it to the rest day. Well, not quite yet, because we're on this epic bus transfer, which I feel like is stage 9, part 2. And hence the extra noise back here. We're in the back of the bus. I'm here with Logan again. Welcome, Logan. Welcome back.
Thank you. I've made it. I'm still here.
You are still here. Well done. First rest day.
Yeah.
Last time we spoke, stage 6, everything hit the fan and we lost our big guys, Rigo and Hugh, and then sadly we lost TJ the next day too, who had carried a lot of injuries from his crash also on stage 6. Still try to have a dip in stage 7, but unfortunate for him, but unfortunate for all of us. It was a hell of a start and he had to step off. Since then, we've done stage 8 and stage 9. Run me through what you're thinking since stage 6 and what you thought those next couple of stages were going to be and what they ended up being for you.
Yeah, after stage 6, I also went down, as we spoke about earlier.
That's right.
But yeah, I was just trying to focus on being a good teammate, but also recovering from the crash at the same time, and tried to limit my losses a little bit and try to really recover and be healthy for I was most worried about the Andorra stage just because you were talking about it so much, and I was like, oh fuck, the Andorra stage. We're got to be ready for that one. Yeah, and stage... Honestly, I don't remember the last few days, but I do remember the day that... Was that stage 7 that TJ pulled out?
Yeah, it was through the towns and we were about 80k of attacking at the start.
That was surprisingly hard and not ideal for the day after a crash, especially in TJ's case. Yeah, we did 50k in the first hour or something, and it was really wild. But yeah, that day was tough. And then next day was, I think, actually one of the more chill days of the
Yeah, but just remember at the start, don't forget the start. We went over those rolling hills and we were trying to get in the breakaway, remember?
Yeah, and I was useless. I do remember that. I was pretty tired that day, pretty sore. I didn't feel good on my bike at all.
So what's your, just before we go to stage 9, which I think is worth a good mention,
Yeah.
What's your overall feeling now getting to the first rest day of the load and then with the whole second half of the race hanging over your head? Because I think there's something different when, for instance, you do a Tour of Swiss or you do like a Poland or whatever, a hard 1 week race, even 8 or 9 stages. But at the end of the day, you go in the back of your mind, you get to stage 7, you go, you know what, there's 2 days left. I'm still just as fatigued as we are right now, but ultimately we'd be on the bus going home.
Yep.
Instead, we're going on the bus to have a little day off and then get back into it for another 12 days. So what's your feeling now?
Yeah, I'm actually, I'm not as pinned as I kind of thought I was going to be. I am tired, but I'm not as tired as I thought I was going to be. Pretty against the wall right now, based off of the way the profiles were for the first 9 days. I was a little worried about that, and I was just trying to make it here to do the best I could. But
you don't reckon you're as tired as you thought you were going to be?
No, I am tired today, but I think there was a big load with the crash and everything. I think that changed the way my feeling was a little bit, and my thought process going into the next few days. And I also took the day before. Obviously, I didn't feel good in the start, but I actually, after that, I started to feel better, and then I rode it in easy. And I was actually expecting to feel better today in the Andorra stage, but I felt bad again. So.
Well, run me through what happened today then. So we started on uphill neutral zone for 2K, and then we just pretty much went into an uphill start for 20K.
Yeah.
Run me through what you told me on the bus when you got after the stage, what your normal sensations would be on a stage like that in, say, Dauphiné, and what your sensations were today.
Yeah, normally like at Dauphiné I was able to do, in wattage, I could do 350 on a climb, on those sort of climbs.
Yep.
Like back to back, but 9 days into our race I was barely able to do 300 watts.
Yeah.
So it was a completely different feeling, and obviously the load is there, and everybody is I can tell everybody is on that, but people today I could tell people were highly caffeinated. There was some people pushing the limits at the start, and at the end of the day we all pretty much ended up in the same exact gruppetto, and we did our own thing. But yeah, we kind of went into it with a plan, and with Keel, you and I, we kind of had a little bit of an idea of what to do and our baselines on each climb and how much we could lose to really limit the losses and try to do the stage as easy as possible, I guess. But I mean, 3 mountains isn't easy no matter how you do it, but yeah.
And what happened to that plan?
Well, you didn't hear me, so yeah, I ended up.
I was in the zone. I was caffeinated up.
You were definitely caffeinated. You were looking good though. You were hanging onto the field, and I was like, I just didn't want to push that extra bit and go too deep and potentially blow on that next climb.
Yeah. And
I saw what happened, and like all I had to do was hang on for another 30 seconds or a minute, and I was with that group all the way to the climb. Maybe I would have blown on the climb, who knows, but.
But at the end of the day, you were still with me at the end. So who's actually laughing now? Probably you.
I don't know. I mean, we did rip the descents. I may have gotten some Strava KOMs on the descents. We were I didn't want to take the risks. I was just following some people, and they were, you know the thing. You just don't want to get dropped from the group that you're with.
No, you don't.
They were flying, so I was like, all right, I guess I'm flying. And
you can laugh about it now because you didn't go down.
Yeah. There was some tricky descents, so thankfully nobody went down.
What's your rest day plan tomorrow? What would be your ideal, not knowing how a rest day goes, but what would you like your day to look like tomorrow?
I definitely want a good sleep in. That's number one. Have a good breakfast meal. Maybe we can get some pancakes.
Are we?
I don't know. We might not need to send something into the.
Oh, Olga does a mean pancake too. Our chef.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And we've got some maple that was brought over by our physio Charlie from the US.
Is it?
Yeah, that's his father-in-law's. He owns like a maple orchard.
Okay.
He's just trying to get rid of that stuff, and I was like, mate, bring it over. And we've still got some of that left around.
Yeah.
So that'd be ideal on the pancakes tomorrow.
That'd be good. Maybe we should send a message. Yeah, start with that. Do a little spin.
Easy spin on the road bike.
Yeah, just easy spin. And then, lay down, chill in the afternoon, get a massage.
You guys want drink?
Have Ricardo fix me up, straighten me out, and then, just chill out some more.
That's Ken Van Mark, our director. And we've moved down the back of the bus to get away from his voice, and he actually followed us the whole way down here and proceeded to interfere in this podcast. I tell you what, I'm going to leave that in so everyone can know. Well, that's about it, really.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to my day too. You and I are in the room, so we'll get a chance to sort of...
What's your ideal day?
My ideal day would be up early, short breakfast, long ride, no massage, no. I would like to sleep in longer than I normally do, and I've been a bit of a thorn in your heel because I get up earlier than you. But that's not because I don't want to sleep, it's just because I'm sort of trained that way because of my kids.
Yeah.
So I'm getting longer now.
Yeah.
So I would like to have a nice sleep, get up, have a stretch, a beautiful breakfast, an easy ride because we've got the time trial the following day and have a bit of a hit out then.
Yep.
And then, just sort of relax in the arvo, maybe a massage, do some reading. That's about it, really.
Yeah. Sounds about the same plan, I guess.
Sweet. All right. We'll speak to you sometime next week.
Cool.
Cheers, mate.
Chimba.
Well, thanks, guys, for listening. Be sure to get in touch with us and send us in any questions, and we'll try and get them answered with Logan coming into this second rest day. Hopefully we can all get there, both Logan and myself. It looks like a tough week ahead. I want to say thanks to everyone out there on the Andorra stages and throughout the Vuelta, giving me support along the way. It certainly does help to get through this epic tour. I want to say thanks again to my producer, Lara, and the Wide Angle Podium. And once again, make sure you go over and check out the merch at lifeinthepeloton.com. And guys, until the second rest day, hang in there. Cheers.